Okay, we're good. We're good.
Okay, sweet mama, we can't see you. I don't know if you
Okay.
want to students to friends, and I know you're going to be talking to us in a little while. Hey, Mateo, I'm talking with you. You had life insurance. So when you were just in college, you were starting to great. And what this is all about is the University of Texas and Cancer Centers are kind of a piece from that to go to. We'll get to that in a minute. But let's talk about how you're doing right now. You've had a long time of treatment. You're in remission. How are you feeling?
Good.
Yeah, you're looking good, buddy. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So do you remember what it was like when you were first diagnosed?
Mm,
You probably wouldn't remember, but what is the first thing you remember?
mm, mm.
Or just say, Mom, what do you think it was like when you were first diagnosed?
It was hard for him to adjust to having to be at the hospital every day, not being with his family and his brothers. So it was very hard for him to adjust not to see that.
Oh, I'm sure. You see pictures here, and it's so hard when you're first trying to get used to it. But he was a go-getter and a fighter, right? Already see him all fired up in 20 years. What
Yeah.
were some of the biggest challenges for you today?
The challenge is just trying to accept the diagnose and just having to move forward and having to give him his medication was one of the biggest challenges we had because when you receive the medication it does have a hazardous sign on it and the toxins that it contains, the chemo, you're not supposed to give that to people and the harm that it could cause, and that was the hardest for us.
Right? And through the years, you've got to get the guys all dressed up and go to the mom. This time of year, that's I think everybody's favorite thing to do, right? To get their minds off of it. And we see you here what that's off it, right? I'm proud of you.
Yes, that's him. A little Mission Possible. It was a Mission Possible.
Yeah. What is it like, Mateo, to go from this as a little bitty boy to go to special events at the Anderson?
It's really good.
Yeah. What about your big bros? What do you guys think about it? You guys
It-
did that.
It was fantastic to see him go through answer to a Mission Possible.
Yeah, we take a look at some of the pictures of this year's prom. Once upon a time, it was magical. It looked like. What was it like to be there? I mean, you guys got to go out on the red carpet. That's a big deal.
It was really fun.
Yes, it was fun.
To see all the workers here, and they look so fun.
They all work so hard, right?
It's
Miss
really
Brittany.
fun if you not even think about cancer for a minute.
Yeah, it takes your mind off of everything. It's a nice way to escape. The boys had fun, most of all.
Yeah, that has got to be such a good feeling. All right, and I want to talk to you more about your son's diagnosis. I have gone through exactly what you've gone through. Yours, I believe, is a little more extreme. With my little boy, he was diagnosed with ALL. It was 3.5 years of treatment. Yours was more of a rare form. So your family had to do 4.5 years. How did you deal with that as far as
It was very heartbreaking. I did a lot of prayers. I had a lot of people. They supported my journey with my son. We had a lot of help from MD Anderson as well. They provide so many services to help the children understand what's going on and the families as well. It's just so much help that comes with the whole treatment that you're going through. And it really is a very difficult time, and it's a very sad time. Even after treatment, you still have to recover from what you've gone through for 4.5 years. Yes, he's in remission, but just because he's in remission doesn't mean we're out of the woods just yet. We love to think we are. We are. And they've done a great job. His whole leukemia team, the staff, everybody has the support that we've gotten from our family as well.
How has God helped you guys through this tough time? Because I know your faith has really played an important role in all of this with your family.
We just pretty much prayed very much. We knew that he was going to get us through this. These were some mountains that he was going to move for us. We had people praying for my son. They would do prayer chains starting at 7 o'clock at night, all the way from Mexico to the valley to Houston. There was just prayer, a lot of prayer. And every time I needed prayer, I would ask my support team, and they would always pray for us. And even at the hospital, we would ask for them to come and pray with us, and they would pray with us. Prayer helped me through some of the hardest times that I was going through and facing with my son.
Mateo, what was that like for you to know that you had people from multiple countries praying for you, buddy? Did you understand the power in that when you were so little?
Yes.
Yeah, how did it make you feel?
Good.
Yeah, it make you feel stronger perhaps?
Yes.
Yeah, let's talk to your brothers because how did it make you feel? Did you understand that people were praying for your family and what was that like?
It felt good. And I was happy that people were praying for my little brother who was diagnosed with cancer. Or
Felt
So
really
for all
sure.
of you guys, it sounds like a really, really powerful thing. Yeah, when I take a look at these pictures, can you guys describe what prom is like? You get to be out there, and patients are wearing masks to make sure you don't share germs. A lot of these patients kind of shoot, with their immune system. What was it like to be out there just having a good time, not thinking about cancer?
it was fun. And
We really had a good
What's your
time.
favorite thing?
I got to dance.
The dancing.
And the dancing,
Dance.
the food.
Looks like there's a lot of good food too. Is that
The
fun?
food.
Yes.
Yeah.
They like to eat the food. And they enjoy the dancing, right, boys?
Yes.
And their themes that they do. They've always enjoyed all the themes. They've been part of MD Anderson's proms. They've done a couple of things with them.
Not really how many bombs do you think you guys have got to go through?
They got to use tuxedos this time. Before it used to be costumes that we would dress them up in to attend some of the proms.
When you look back at these photos of your little boy, Evan, what does it mean to you to see how far this has come?
It means a lot. We saw their families, and it means a lot. It's a lot to take in when you've made it. The guilt as well, sometimes you feel, but I mean, we're so happy that he's here, and we get to see him grow up into the man that God hopefully wanted him to be.
That's huge. What are your dreams for him? What do you see him doing someday?
I see him going to college, achieving his goals, and becoming a great dad. Just becoming the man that I know that God has intended for him to become.
And Mateo, I talked to your mom a little bit about it, but my little boy, when he was 6 years old, had leukemia, and my mom always told me to picture him as a really tall, strong, 6-foot man.
Mhm.
When he was 6, was really hard for me, honestly, and guess what? He's 16, and he's almost 6 feet tall. He plays football. He works out every day. He's boxes. He's tougher than nails, baby. And so I think that when you visualize those things, they happen. And you just keep visualizing it, it's going to happen.
That's right. You just visualize it now. You get to do what, Mateo? What are your sports you're allowed to play and do?
What sports do you play with?
What sports do you play?
Soccer, football,
Baseball.
I got to see some of your baseball pictures, and you look tougher than hell too. And look how little you were here. This is your injury at MD Anderson when you were just such a little
Who's that?
guy.
Dr.
How
Nunez.
thankful are you all for MD Anderson and all they've done for your family?
Oh,
Really good.
We're so grateful.
We're so grateful for the Anderson first.
we are. We're very grateful. Let them know, baby.
We are really grateful for Mateo.
For their support, for their kindness, everything. Knowing our names every day, saying hi to us. Sometimes we will bring donuts for the staff.
Yeah. They always make sure, they always called them by their names. It was always Mateo, Max, and Miguel. And I was always Mateo's mom, but they know my name, but I was Mateo's mom. I was like, okay, I'm good with that. Dr. Nunez and his staff were amazing. He's an amazing doctor as well. Everybody is. Every staff member, right down to valet, to the kitchen, they always made sure. Even sometimes when the kitchen would close, he would want pizza when he was on them steroids. You know, right? Them steroids.
Very well. The one that I used to have started asking with fun, steroid pushes for these little guys.
Yes, exactly. So the staff would make sure he had pizza, and they were just always amazing. Even the valet knew who he was. They would always say, "Hey, Mateo, you're back," and I was like, "Yeah, we're back."
We see it here. He's just so little and so vulnerable, and it's amazing to see how big and strong you've grown, buddy.
Yes.
Having this incredible medical center and facility that do such good care of you, and it's really worked for you and your family, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So what are you doing now, Mateo? Do you go to school? Do you actually finish with the school? Or are you homeschooled? What is your life like right now?
I literally go to school.
Yeah. Do you like it?
Yes.
He got an award for what, Mateo? Reading.
Reading.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Are you ready for the summertime?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, school's almost out. What are you going to do this summer?
Tell her where you go.
I'm gonna go to Disney.
MD Anderson camp.
Then MD Anderson the camp.
Talk a little more.
How fun is it? In California or Florida?
Oh, he'll be going to the MD Anderson camp. They have that camp.
Oh, the Anderson.
Yes.
Okay.
He-
Oh, that'll be fun.
yes, they always have such a good time at the camps at MD Anderson.
Oh, that sounds great. And look at you. You're so smart. Do you believe how you've grown and strong?
It's gotten so big, right, Mateo?
Yes.
Yes. You're just grown up into an amazing young man.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I want to talk to you more about faith because I think as a mom, the worst diagnosis you can have is cancer for your child. Talk more about how you've gotten through all of this and how your faith has kept you strong.
The way my faith has kept me strong is knowing that, he has a plan. He has a plan, and God has been with us from day one when they couldn't find what was going on. He would lead me to push and push until we finally were diagnosed and we knew what was going on. And I've always said if it hadn't been for God, I'm not sure I would be where I'm at right now. And putting every single person that he put in my path to help me, lead me there, it's been him all this time. That's all I can say. I don't know exactly how
Let's do. I know it's hard to talk about, but I think it's so important for parents to realize too. The warning signs are different for everybody. I know with my child, who were misdiagnosed, broken lung, after lung, after lung. So
What was the question?
What was the warning signs when Mateo was little? Was there a lump in his neck, I understand?
There is. It started off small on his neck, then later on, he will go about all normal. And I remember my mom taking him to the hospital and telling the doctors that there was something wrong. It just appeared out of nowhere. And what else, Mom?
And what a strong mom you are to be able to realize that was off and to keep questioning it, right? Was
Yes.
your gut instinct that something was really wrong, or did you not expect it to be that severe?
I knew something was wrong. He wasn't himself. He didn't look well. I knew they would tell me, no, Mom, just take him home. And I was like, no, there's something wrong. And they're like, no, he's fine. Don't worry about it. I was like, no, there's something wrong with him. I know it. And they would always ask me, what made you feel like something was wrong with him? I said, I don't know. I knew something in me that something wasn't right. He had a very large lymph node on his neck. I didn't think that was normal. And then his fever, she was spiking, and they would just go away and come back out of the blues, and it wasn't normal.
Yeah, I think that's so important for people to realize. It was the same with us. There was the low-grade fever, like 99, 100, 100.5, that would come out of nowhere, be gone by the time you got to the doctor's
Yes.
office. You're making it up, right?
Exactly, yes.
Especially at night. Did you see those fevers more at night than in the morning or early morning?
They were at night, and he would be completely covered in sweat. It just almost felt like I had took him out of a bath and just put him laying down in the bed. And it wasn't that. It was just, and the way he was acting, he wasn't himself. I kept, every night I would put him down to sleep, and I would just tell God, just help me get through this. Help me, lead me to where I need to be. Show me what I need to do. And he did. He led me all the way where I needed to go and where I needed to be, and to keep fighting, and just to make sure that he had the attention he needed. And
You're so lucky to have MD Anderson right there in our backyard in the Houston area. What path led you there? How did you get you to work there?
my mom is also a cancer survivor, breast cancer survivor. I wanted to be at MD Anderson from the get-go. I had a very good friend of mine that she told me, she goes, this is where you need to be. And I said, I do. And that's where I was. My friend Karina, she just encouraged me, and she was like, you're his advocate. You're his biggest advocate, and that's where you're going to go, and that's where you're going to be. And she pushed me very much to make sure, not pushed me, but encouraged me, and told me that's the place to be. And I was like, you're right. This is the place he needs to be, because this is a process for his whole, like, this will not end tomorrow. It won't end when he's 8. This is a forever thing. This needs to be his home from the very start. I just felt like if they treated him since he was little, they were going to know him, see him grow up into an adolescent, a teenager, an adult, and then hopefully one day, this will just kind of never have to be, but if it is, they know who he is, and they've been with him since day one.
When you saw the guys all dressed up recently for prom, how much did that mean to you as a mom?
Oh, it meant a lot just to see them go from where we were at to now. It's just, they're dancing, they're happy, they're dressing up, they're excited about prom. They're excited about the staff that they're always telling me, they make it so much fun, Mom, and we like going. And I understand. I'm like, yeah, they do. They go above and beyond for you boys, and it's amazing. And when the boys get there, it's always like, hey Mateo, hey Max, hey Miguel, and they're just so welcoming to my children, and it feels like a second home. I've always called it, that's my home. That's our home.
It's such a beautiful, safe place for you all to be. All right, guys, we're about to wrap up. Any last minute words of advice for your brother or any love you want to give him before we say goodbye?
I'm just gonna hug him.
He just wants to hug him.
Oh, that's the best gift ever right there. We'll take that.
Yeah, how about
Come
you?
on.
Just keep going, Mateo. Don't stop. We're all here for you. We love you. You can talk to us.
Yeah. Yeah, Max.
You guys are such a beautiful, loving family. It's such an honor to get to share your story and your testimony. God bless you. You know, I want you to know you will be in my prayers and all of our viewers' prayers. You just keep up the good fight. Mateo, here's to remission forever, right, buddy?
Yep. Remission forever, right, Mateo? Remission
Yes.
forever.
Forever. All right. God bless all of you. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.